Guys, so we're here today in Orlando, Florida, and we want to go over, and I want you guys to come with me, and let's go check out CT's channel and meet CT in person, and we're also going to check out Rusty. So come with us and check it out, and it's going to be really fun. We're going to go over to CT's and check it out in person. Yeah, so I really like the bus, and I really wanted to see it, and I've been trying to coach him online about stuff, and I just decided to stop by since I'm in Florida working. We're going to take a look and see what needs to be done here. So we were talking about a couple things that we were talking about the roof on this thing, and let's take a look at it. I'm going to show you guys. You want to bring your camera over, and we'll show that too. What we were looking at, I was looking at a line, and we were looking at this roof on this thing, and he kind of wants to make this a daily driver, or you're not a daily driver, but like a weekend driver. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, weekend warrior.
Yeah, and this in Florida right here with the rain that you get like Florida. If you guys are not from here or don't travel through here much, you might find out that the rain in this area actually comes and goes, and you never know when it's going to come. And you see all the motorcycles all parked on the bridge. And I was thinking, well, we want to see what you guys think. Do you think that he should do a roof clip on this? And we were thinking, well, we were just kicking it around. There's just some ideas. Should he do a roof clip on this and then like try and paint match it to the rust? Or we were saying maybe paint it like the gray, like the interior, if you see in here, and then patina it, after it's done. So paint it. I was telling him you could paint it a lighter color underneath, and then put a real light coat of the color that matches here, and then what you do is you take mineral spirits with a rag and you wipe it off until some of that's coming through, and then it starts to look like old paint gone through, and then he could paint it with some flat clear and then throw rust chips into it, and it would look more like it matches what's here. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's just something we were kicking around. And then we were talking about some of the other things. What were you thinking? What were we talking about?
Well, I mean, basically, I'm going to get all the mechanicals done so that it drives and runs as best as possible. Mm-hmm. And we're going to replace the floor. We're going to do the seat pedestal, the dog legs. Yeah. So we'll have this whole front end will be new, except for the base.
Wow.
But everything else.
You really did this. This looks a lot better now since you put that.
The rust converter.
Yeah, the rust converter on there. It just looks like it's not going to die.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually surprised. I'd never used it before, so yeah. I thought it turned out pretty good.
That's a similar product to what I was telling you online. Which one did you get? It was.
I got the. Which one is it? Where is it? It's hidden over here somewhere.
We were looking around. Look at this table. This is awesome, guys. Yeah, this is I use the one for Ad Coat. It's like the same thing.
Yeah.
Is it thick or is it
Yeah,
thin?
it's pretty thick.
Yeah, it's the same type of thing.
Yeah, it works.
And you brush that on, and you should put some kind of finish on it. I don't know, It has a primer on it, but it doesn't really have a complete finish. But even just like that, it's going to be so much. It'll save this thing from just crumbling to the ground.
Yeah, because the other option was, try to sandblast everything, but I'm just not to that point yet where I want to sandblast. So this was kind of an easy.
Look at this. You guys, I love this. He doesn't want to touch it until it's time to actually do it, because he just loves the peeling, and I love it too, dude. Check this out. This is just awesome. That peeling, and then the radio with the broken. If you guys ever watch his channel, anybody on my channel who's not watching CT, you guys want to check it out. This is a really cool build. Back up and watch a bunch of those videos on this. There's a reason why there's millions of views on it. It's actually pretty intriguing. So
yeah, it's got some character for sure.
Yeah, yeah. He wants to change these. Of course, the seat stands, because he wanted to keep it as original as possible. but he wants to change those because he wants to be able to sit there and not fall through the floor. I mean, it makes sense, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's going on.
They were pretty toasty.
Yeah, that's fun. I mean, that was fun watching you guys cut that out. You did a good job. Really, really good.
Yeah, so the plan now is to get the brakes, get the bearings and the wheels, get everything back to factory. And
are you thinking about putting disc brakes on it at all, or?
No, I'm just going to go stock for now. I've already got all the...
Oh, you got it all already.
Yeah, I've already got the
I would
wheel
recommend
cylinders.
doing the disc brakes, but you know, since you've already got it, just start there, and then you can always upgrade from there.
Yeah, I think later
He found
on...
this thing. Look at this.
No.
He found this. He got this online, brand new. They do sell these in Europe, and one of my friends, it's a parts guy, didn't even know these were available. So he might be. We were talking about him doing a video on where he got each one of his parts. So you want to stay tuned to his channel and check that out, because if you're one of the guys who's building one of these and you didn't know where to get something, maybe that'll help you. So yeah, we were talking another thing, and I think we kind of wanted to include this in the video here that we were talking about. And I was telling him about the gear ratios in the 61 to 63 buses. And one of the problems in those years, okay, let's back up for a second. Before this, they had a split case tranny, and the split case tranny had a 0.794. So that's not a 1-to-1; it's a 0.79 to 1 gear ratio in there, and it had the same gear reduction boxes that are on this. So the gear reductions, the gear ratios on the 60 and earlier buses weren't that bad. Even though they only had a 36 horsepower motor, they weren't that bad. But when they changed to this transmission, they actually had a really odd gear ratios, and so that's why you see a lot of the 61 to 63 buses with cutout wheel wells, because they were trying to get big tires under them so they could, you know, drive them on the highway or whatever. And my suggestion to him was to go with the big nut axles, since he wants to keep a 40 horse in here, the original engine. Go with the big nut axles and leave the 0.82 fourth gear. That gives you a nice the ability to drive it on the freeway, and you still have a low enough gear so that the transmission will, you know, it'll work well with the 40 horse. But the one thing you need to do also is you need to upgrade the pistons and cylinders to the big bore kit, which is the 1384 kit. AA makes those, and if you guys were looking for them, they make them. They have them online. Carcraft also has them as well. So, but yeah, they slip on the 40 horse, and then I always take these off. These are the original 40 horse rockers, and we put on the 1600, which gives you a 1.125 to 1 ratio on the rockers, which gives you a little more lift in your cam and gives you that torque you need to pull the bus around. So, but everything looks original. You don't do anything to make it, you know, compromise that. So those are the kind of things I was, you know, suggesting to him. And I was trying to suggest it online in comments, but it's much easier when we're here.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of fun. We came out, you know, to check it out. You know, I've been working out here in Florida, so I thought, man, you know, I'm going to definitely come by and meet up some of the tubers who are doing some cool stuff.
Yep.
And help them get their projects done. So,
you want to help me try to get this swing plate off?
Oh, the spring plate for the back.
Plate, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Not the swing
Let's
plate.
take a look at it. Let's take a look at that spring plate in the back. He's got to take this one off. Let's take a look at it, guys. Back here, we've got a spring plate on this one that is a little bent.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know how that happened. Would they use a forklift to move this thing, or?
Probably.
Yeah.
They're probably moving it around the junkyard and.
Yeah. You got it. I remember I saw the video when you got this. It was at a junkyard. Was it a junkyard you was in, or?
The guy that I bought it from found it in a junkyard up in Georgia.
Wow.
And he brought it down here.
Wow.
To his car lot, and I bought it from him. I found it on Craigslist.
Man.
Yep.
Yeah, and there was a funny thing in the story on this thing. There was another guy, another YouTuber, who we both watch, who was also bidding on the same thing, and he was trying to buy it. And then after he saw it, he kind of goes, "I don't know. I'm glad I didn't buy that." But in some ways, he wishes he did. So it's because of the rust, you know, it's really bad. I mean,
it's pretty
the back
bad.
of this is bad. Look at this. I mean,
yeah, it's bad.
this is going to be difficult to replace, but it's actually in the back.
Yep.
You know, so
I mean, there's your typical battery tray. It's all rotted out.
this is the part that I was looking at that looks a little more.
Yeah, this part, it's fairly solid, actually. I mean,
and where do they make these somewhere? I saw these. Wolfsburg has them now.
yeah,
I think.
Wolfsburg has these. I actually picked up a couple already.
You already got those. Okay.
So that
and
what's cool is this side.
Oh, it has that too.
This side's in pretty good.
No, you know, not all of them have this little thing.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
I'm
almost
not
like a
sure
little
the story.
compartment for holding stuff.
Yeah, I don't know the story behind that. One of my buses, I've had 3 different buses, all different years, and 3 or 4 different buses, and some of them have that, and some of them don't. It's kind of weird. It's one of those things that I really don't know anything about. Maybe somebody could comment on that. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah, he had an old master cylinder sitting in there and some old spark plugs.
Yeah, it's kind of.
And a belt.
Usually a rag and a can of oil.
Yeah. Yeah.
But back in the old days, we had the cans of oil, you know, where you just shoved a spout in there, you know.
I remember those.
You remember those, okay.
My grandfather had some of those laying around the house.
Yeah, we had those kind with the, you know, the can of oil in there. But yeah, man, this is the part. What do you think? What are you going to do with this? You think the top of here?
For now, probably just patch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Just clean.
Just something to keep the air from coming in.
Yeah. Just to keep the exhaust and stuff from coming up for now. I don't think they make this piece. I don't know.
I think they may in on my camper. I got one of these, and it was I got a used one, and I just overlaid it.
Oh, really?
But I put another one on the top of it.
Yeah, that might be
I cut it, and then what I did is I had a half inch all the way around it, and I just laid the one on top of the other one and welded it in. And it looked good. But you wouldn't even know it's on there. And now that I tell you, if you looked at my camper, if I showed you, you wouldn't even know that it was like that. But that's what I did on mine. But you could just patch it, like you said. That, you know it's rusted out. You know it's going to have to get replaced at some point. But the whole idea is, you know, not do too much, because to keep it looking like this.
Yeah, keep the patina.
Yeah.
Keep it rusty.
So what about the corners? What are you going to do with those?
I've got the replacement ones. I picked them up from Wolfsburg West.
Oh, you got the good ones in. Okay, good. Yeah.
So eventually we'll probably clean this up and put the new ones on there.
So one of the things I want to tell other guys who are doing these, you know, you really want to get the ones from Wolfsburg West. Stay away from the ones from Clocker Home or something. Man, it's like you might as well make it yourself if you're going to do that. I mean, they're really, really bad fitting.
Really?
You ever seen the ones from Clocker Home, the black ones?
I've never. I mean,
they just don't fit. They're just like, it's just like it's kind of the shape it needs to be, but it's like there's no weld point or anything. Right. So the bottom edge doesn't fit right.
Seems like they carry high quality stuff.
Yeah. They're right by us out in California. Yeah, nice. So.
Yeah, I want to come out there and visit.
Yeah, you have to come out and check it out.
Yep.
Yeah, I have to come out and see, and then we'll bring him over to the house and check out the buses I have on YouTube. He's been watching my channel for a long time, even before he was doing this bus. So I always want to support the guys who are doing
absolutely,
doing stuff that watch mine and are trying to do something. It's just like, this is pretty amazing. I love this rust. Well, I'm trying to think of, so we covered the gear ratios. We did cover the roof issue. Anybody has any ideas, go to CT's channel or comment below. And, you know, I think this thing staying the way it is the most important thing. And then when you do get these dog legs on, I think you got to patina those to make them look old.
I want them to try to match the patinas as best as possible.
So where you paint one color and then you paint the other color over it, and then paint mineral spirits, paint thinner. In California, it's not the same. California's mineral spirits is like acetone. But the original old mineral spirits we used to have many years ago, you wipe that on there, you just keep rubbing it until the paint bleeds through to the other color. And then you could put clear coat and then save some rust chips and throw them on there, and then let it set outside for a little while and they'll rust out. Or you can even use metal shavings, you know, like regular metal shavings, and throw that into the clear.
Yeah.
And then leave it outside. Here in Florida, shoot, you'd rust really quickly.
Yeah.
It is really hot here,
Overnight.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really hot.
Yeah, I think the dog is, yeah.
This guy really works hard. This is hard work right here in this heat. Yeah, this is amazing. All right. Oh wow, he's got. That was a good idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did. I love that drop light.
Yeah, it helps. It definitely helps. The lighting definitely helps.
Yeah, have you tried taking off the steering wheel yet?
Yeah, we tried a couple weeks ago. Ended up cracking.
Yeah.
And then we didn't have the right puller.
I was trying to think of how we do it. Oh, God, I've done them so many times. No, you know what? I think I use. I try to remember. I've done it so many times, but I can't remember. I think I use a gear puller and put it around the bottom.
Yep.
And then it has the big nut that goes, the screw that goes through, and so it clamps on, and then I pull it with that. Sometimes I've just pulled on them really hard and got them off, but usually a lot of times you'll end up cracking the bottom. There is a video somebody made on doing this, and it was really helpful. So if you can search YouTube on that, there is a guy that shows how to get off it without cracking it.
Yeah, I'll have to check it. I think it already had a crack. It just made it a little bit bigger.
Yeah, and the steering wheel is pretty good shape. That's not bad. I mean, It's amazing. You know, because this thing was like preserved. I mean, you know, it's really in bad shape. I mean, look at the doors. Show the bottom of it. You know, these things are really rough. Yeah, we're talking. Yeah,
that's
bad.
40 years. Over 40 years of just sitting out in the weather.
And we're talking in Florida and Georgia. You know, we don't know where exactly it was. It Florida on the guy, what's he called, the last owners on the painter.
The painter, he was in Georgia.
Oh, he's in Georgia.
Yeah, I've got the tag.
But Georgia's pretty bad too.
The original
for rust.
tag is on the rear right there. It's last
Oh,
registered in 1980.
really? Look at that, Georgia.
So his name was Jim Bush.
Hey, you guys see this? Let's look at this real quick. You guys that haven't seen this, I mean, you can see it right here. In this, this part here where they had the old logo, a little bit. But let's go to the other side where you can see it a lot better. It's like one side of this bus was leaning. I don't know. It had more sun than the other. It'd be really interesting to see where it was sitting.
Yeah.
And how it was sitting there, to see how it got the patina it got. It's a story behind it. It's got to be amazing.
Sat inside of somebody's house for 40 years.
Yeah, look at that. And it said it was a painting contractor and wallpaper. So, yeah, it's just a neat one. It's just, you don't find stuff like this that often. Even though it's in terribly bad shape, I mean, it's just something that just got that way and just stayed that way and didn't get messed with.
Cool about it.
Yeah, there's something cool about that. Exactly. Well, maybe we can pause right now, and then we're gonna go jump into taking off that spring plate. Not hard to do, but on this bus we might find it very challenging to get that spring plate off. I think anything on this, it's like you need a torch, you need
everything is rusted.
Yeah, one of the tricks is to get everything hot. One of those. Do you have one of those Harbor Freight Tools torches? Those little ones? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they really help.
Yeah.
To get some of the stuff loose, and it's going to be a interesting project. I really want to see this thing rolling when it's done. And again, like you said, you guys who aren't subscribed to CT channel, CT Garage, you want to check them out and come on over here and watch some of the stuff, and you'll get to see this thing run. I'm pretty confident that he's going to get this thing done. He's moving a long ways on it pretty quickly. So we'll pause right now and then. All right, so we're going to go ahead and try to take this off here. This spring pleat. There's not that much tension under there, but you probably should put a jack underneath it. What do you guys think? Should we try it without oiling it? Maybe we should just once and see what happens. Well, let's get you guys over here, take a look. We're gonna put some tension under here. just put it. It shouldn't have that much. There's going to be a little bit of tension on that, but not much.
How's that?
A little bit. Yeah, just get it underneath there. I can put a little tiny bit on it because, yeah, there's no weight. Yeah, there you go. There's no weight in this thing, so.
Gotcha.
That's, you kind of want this thing.
Good.
Yeah. I'll let you do the honors. Just start to do it a little bit, and let's just see if it get everybody down. All right. Let's get everybody up a little closer. We're still live here on mine, so but you're pausing your way in.
I'll edit that out.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Let's see what happens.
So
I don't know if you need a different leverage on there. If it feels like it's gonna, oh, is it? Did it move?
Yeah.
Wow. Man, what about the next one?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Hey man, sometimes you don't need the oil. Sometimes you don't even need a torch. You guys missed out. We had a lightning strike like right across the street. It was great.
It was intense.
Yeah. I just went up to the car for a second and I was like, holy crap, that thing struck like maybe 300 yards away.
Let me get my drill in.
You always know when the sound is at the same time that the light is, right?
Yeah, that was pretty intense.
I wonder what's under here. Maybe.
Flathead?
Yeah. Screwdriver or a pry bar, small one. I'm going to talk about the bottoms of these doors here. Some of you guys probably have the same issue on your bus, and you can buy this piece right here from Classic Fab, the green metal guy. You guys who don't know who they are, Classic Fab has this piece, and it's like a little weld-in section where you have to butt weld it in, or you can actually overlap it if you want. Either way, but you weld in this section here and weld it in right here. And so that your little guide pin will line up once you put in you're actually going to put this in, new floors in this thing, I hope, I'm sure.
Yeah, I actually have the floors.
Yeah, the new floors for it. So let's look at the other side. It's got the same issue, and that this one's really bent. And then you've got the floor here where you're going to have your new rocker, and then the guide pin for the bottom of here, which is still there. Yeah, it is. The guide pin, it's right underneath.
Yep.
When you put this up and down, you can kind of see it moving. Do you see it?
Yep.
There you go. The guide pin goes through, there's a little chamber in there that's completely rusted out right now. So once you replace that piece, it'll actually, that'll line up with the other piece. So I know you're going to get to that pretty soon.
Yeah.
And that's something, if you don't know that, it might be kind of weird to know you have to replace this piece.
Right.
The inner rocker, or inner, what is that? Door
frame.
I don't know. Something. I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, yeah. the inner door panel. But so anyway, there's a couple more things that I wanted to point out to you when I was out here. And anyway, we're going to wrap things up now, and we just wanted to, share with you guys that we met up, and we're really, really excited about this project. I think a lot of you guys are. Even the guys who are watching my channel right now, I know that you guys are interested in this project, and wanted to kind of see if we could help out.
Yeah,
help another YouTuber and a guy who's doing a good job. He's he's got a great channel, you guys. Be sure to watch, share, like, subscribe, comment. We like to see all of those things in our videos. Lots of comments, right?
Yes.
Comment.
Like, unlike, I don't care.
Dislike, I love it. He goes, I'll take that dislike. I'll take a dislike even. I don't care.
Just
a
engage.
Dislike, like, just engage. Let us know what you think. We like to hear good or bad. And Anything else you want to say? Or
I appreciate you stopping by, and if you guys go check out Mike Guest's channel, and he's got a lot to share and a lot of knowledge. So check out his channel, and stay tuned for the next episode.
all right, and we'll talk to you guys in the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe.